So we're going to give this to Andrew in a minute and count his fingers before and after the shot. So we'll see how we go. This is a real simple recipe that we're going to do because we've only got a couple of minutes before the cake's coming out, haven't we?
Yes.
And so we're going to do a hot and sour tofu, but we're going to put it in a wrap.
Okay.
So yeah, so cool. So yeah, shall we get you chopping? So Chinese cookery is all about preparation. So whereas you make a mess at the very throughout, we're gonna get everything prepped and then we'll start cooking. But you know, so yeah, cool. So shall we do some shredding work first?
Yes, yeah. My knife skills are terrible, I should say.
We'll show you a real easy way of chopping lettuce fine. Okay, so we get a couple of leaves and we're just gonna fold it up and we're gonna make a cigar. Now I want this lettuce as fine as possible.
Okay.
Now using the chopper, I'm going to tuck my fingers away.
Yeah.
I'm going to angle it ever so slightly away from my fingers. So let's just find out where it will. So see, right the roll now, yeah. And from here. Okay, and see how nice and shredded that is?
Yeah, wow.
So that's what you're going to do for me now.
Okay,
so
great.
That's
yes,
ready.
I would love to.
And have a go at that.
Yeah, you've got my. So, this gives me flashbacks. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5.
Yeah. It's just knowing where the bottom of the knife is.
So just let the knife just do the work. 'Cause it's a big chopper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we overcompensate. We're Chinese.
Okay. See, I'm just going.
Is he not getting it? That was wasted.
Sorry, I'm in the zone.
So wasted.
I'm in the zone, so I'm just.
Nice and fine.
Yeah. See, this is why my knife skills are so dismal.
And you see how you're just going straight up and down?
Yeah.
Just let it.
A slight.
Just a nice little saw.
Yeah.
You see how it's easy, it goes through
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm just, I really love my fingers, so. This is why, I mean, I need to practice doing knife things properly because usually I either cheat and use like a mezzaluna, or I just hack away at it until it's where I need it to be.
No idea what a mezzaluna is.
So that's the thing. Nigella uses it a lot because she's also got terrible knife skills. So one of our many similarities.
Okay.
It's one of those things where you
rock
it, it kind of rolls, so it doesn't need any finger involvement. You just
that's what that does.
Yeah, well, yes, true. You know what? I don't think that's quite as fine as yours, but I'll.
No, you've done a really good job. So that's the lettuce for the filling.
Okay.
So we're going to now. So we'll just move you to one side. We'll take the
knife done.
Now see, look, nice thing about a chopper.
Oh yeah, you can. Oh, very nice.
There you go. So that's spare.
Perfect.
Now do the same thing with the spring onions. So first I'm just going to take the bits off the end. I'm going to do again. I'm just going to bunch it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. So I'm going to pinch. See how my thumb is slightly behind my fingers.
Yeah, that's very important. So how do you do the bit that I don't get? You know when you glide your fingers back, it's the movement back that I do.
Yeah, so basically because the chopper is always, see look, I can't chop there's no way I can chop my finger
but you're not feeding your fingers back. I can't see your fingers moving.
Well no, at the moment I don't need to because look. And then I can readjust.
Okay. Oh, and then you adjust the knuckle slightly and then feed. Okay.
And then readjust. Yeah.
So it's the tilt, and then it's the tilt that you change.
I always
and
tilt
then
away.
move.
I mean, you don't have. I mean, like I said, when you're doing like a sack of onions, you just tend to go for it.
Yeah.
But just tilt it ever so slightly away.
Okay.
Come on then.
I'm back in again. Okay. You're gonna have me. So
you're not getting away with that easy.
Tucked in behind the knuckle.
And let it slice
it.
There you go. Your cake's smelling good now.
It's smelling good. I know, God, that's cake is where I'm comfortable. This is God, I'm getting a sweat on. I'm just.
That's it. See how you're trying to chop again.
Yeah. Keep.
Glide
Glide.
Let
Okay.
it happen. And keep it. See how you moved away from your knuckles. See, I can see that your knuckles are not touching that knife.
Yeah.
So get that on your knuckles.
Guilty. And I need to keep it's keeping my thumb behind. So.
That's it.
Okay.
Let it slice.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Just so relaxed. It is just the temptation to just check everything and then do the next one and then check. That's what I'm.
See, Chinese food, you talk about the baking sort of being a science and there's a lot of elements to it. With Chinese cookery, it's about taste, it's about texture, it's about sight, it's about smell.
I'm going to let you do the last bit because I'm making an absolute mess of that.
That's fine, it's plenty anyway.
Okay,
so
cool.
We'll just take out these chunks.
Sorry, how did those get in there?
So we've got some spring onions.
Okay, beautiful.
Now, you know that fancy carrot peeler that you had earlier?
Yeah, the mandolin, yeah.
So yeah, so what? We take what we need. And we just... See, in the kitchen...
You don't have time for the...
No, you seriously don't. You just get on with it. I'm going to make these really thin as well. We don't need loads because we're only going to make a couple of wraps.
So what would you do if you got halfway to that? How would you do the rest of those? Because I guess like the start bit is easy, and then when you start getting to quite a thin bit vertically, when do you...
You just keep
That's
on
my
going.
challenge.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you know, anybody can stop halfway. Yeah.
And the very last couple, you angle the knife ever so slightly down, and you just cut through. So you don't get...
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah, you nailed that, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Touché.
Right, so there you go. That's the veggie work done.
Beautifully julienned.
Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to chop it. Actually, before we do this, so we've got sesame seeds, so we're going to get this on first. Get
these toasting. So tofu has a bit of a, if not prepared correctly, has maybe an unfair reputation. I don't prepare it a lot because you've got to add quite strong flavours.
Yeah, I suppose you've got to add the seasoning and you've got to add the taste because tofu doesn't actually taste of a lot. Yeah. So you know, and it's like, you know, even if you dunk it in sweet and sour sauce, if you put raw tofu, well, that's pre-cooked, but it's pre-steamed, into sweet and sour sauce, it will taste like tofu in sweet and sour sauce. If you fry it off first and create a bit of a coating or coat it in corn flour, then fry it, that's when you'll start getting, it'll start to absorb the taste.
Okay, that sounds good.
So we're just going to toast a couple of tablespoons of sesame seeds. And we'll just wait for that to become fragrant. I think that's on. Cool. Okay, so while that's toasting, we're going to prep our tofu, and you're going to cut this as well. So we're going to cut this into about 1.5 centimetre
Oh, that's
squares.
more my territory. That's
so about there. Oh, actually, I've bodged that. But you get the idea. So you want about...
Tofu, it's a bean curd.
It's made with soybeans.
Okay.
Okay, and they're pulsed down and they're put through muslin cloth and then they're pre-steamed. Okay, so we've had to change the pan over. So we're going to toast some sesame seeds. Hopefully this is going to work now. There's some definitely heat coming from there.
Yeah.
Well done. So you can use a chopper.
I mean, yeah, 1.5 centimetres is more my level. But I'll practice all this malarkey at home.
No problems.
It's my homework.
Actually, while they're doing, I'm going to get this one. Hopefully,
I'll keep giving this a shake around.
We'll get that one on there. Well, hopefully, this is going to work. Okay, do you want to put in about 2-3 tablespoons of oil?
Yep.
Just into that. Again, just a rough idea.
Okay. Yeah. See, this is.
It's about 1.
Just a generous tablespoon. Yeah.
2. We're going to fry off the tofu.
Oh, okay. So this is where I get it. This is why sometimes I'm really, because by eye, what a tablespoon is, I'm pretty terrible at that. So this is where I just get a dessert spoon out and just be like, yeah, that's roughly. So these are just going in the bowl once they're just kind of golden?
Yeah, we're nearly there actually. So
yeah,
you get that toasted sesame seed smell, can't you? So
yeah.
That's good. I'm glad that's working.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, don't empty those into the bowl, and I'll get that back one switched off. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool. I can go back on. We're going to use that again in a second.
Cool.
So we're just getting the oil up now. So there's a little bit of heat coming off this.
Cool. I'm just going to chip my cake.
Okay.
Sorry. Just as you're on the cusp of.
That's fine.
Right. See, these are starting to pull away from the edge.
Okay.
So that's usually a good indication that you're ready. Yeah.
So what are the 3 tests again?
So you want to look with your eyes, see if it's starting to pull away from the edges.
Okay.
That's number 1. Number 2 is the prick test. You go in, and then if it comes out clear, so just go in with that. Oh, see, that one's still got a little bit to go.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm going to leave that one. So I think the bottom two are done. That top one I'm going to leave in. And the third thing is to listen. Hear if you can hear for some gentle bubbling, which I don't know if you can. If you listen to that, you can hear a slight.
Oh, yeah.
But only very slightly, so that's fine. That means those two bottom ones are done.
I'm going to like the air popping in it or something.
Yeah. And then I'm going to leave that last one in, just because it's a little bit of a bigger tin, so it's probably struggling to get in there. And then is that on? Cool.
Cool.
I'll leave these to cool for a couple of minutes before tipping those out. You see, it's got a nice little spring to the top.
It springs back, doesn't it? Smells great. Okay, so we've got 3 tablespoons of oil-ish in there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to fry our tofu. Okay. So very carefully, if you just take a few pieces of tofu and drop these in. Watch your fingers, give the splash.
Yeah. I did not from a great height. I tried to
try placing them rather than throwing them.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, hot oil. You've got asbestos fingers. That is, yeah. That's really. I'm not. See, this is where.
Fantastic.
This is where I'd use the basket in the fryer.
You can deep fry.
Be very delicate,
obviously.
whereas I'm just kind of gonna.
Okay. That's fine. That's plenty actually. Brilliant.
Do you want this on quite a high heat?
Yeah, because we're trying to make a crispy coating now. Now you can coat it in corn flour to do the same kind of thing, but the idea being is that you leave it alone now until you get like a crust.
Okay, don't mess with it until it's.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm just going to move that one because it's not actually in the oil at all.
Definitely must have been one of yours. Oh yeah, you can smell starting to.
Now this isn't a non-stick pan because the non-stick pan wasn't working, but I'm just going to try and loosen them ever so slightly now at the bottom. You can see how it's starting to get a bit of a crust.
Oh
now.
yeah.
But this is what's going to help make the taste or the flavour in a second cling to the tofu. So.
Smells great.
It should taste nice. We won't make it too spicy.
I can deal with a little bit of heat. It's just strong chili. You know, I grew up on potatoes. I know that's a stereotype, but honestly, we had pretty non-spicy food at home.
Did you grow up in Ireland then?
Yes, yeah. So near Belfast, and I have tried to improve my spice tolerance. I used to be at korma level. Now I can kind of cope with a biryani. I don't know what the equivalent would be.
Biryani.
What's the equivalent kind of Chinese spice levels?
Well, the thing is, Cantonese food isn't spicy.
Okay.
It's Szechuan and Peking cuisine is spicy. This is a Peking dish. This is hot and sour, so it's Peking.
Okay.
So you'll be okay with Cantonese because obviously Cantonese is, it's generally ginger, spring onion. So ginger's about the maximum heat you're going to get, which is not a lot of heat in ginger.
Yeah,
so.
no, I can cope with. I mean, ginger. I've got to like ginger. Right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just going to check this again.
That's fine.
I think just the higher shelf is a bit slower.
How's the cake looking?
Yep, it's good. Coming out.
Are we there? So how long do you let these cool for now then?
Just a couple of minutes really, and then I'm going to tip them out and just level them. So you could do it with a bread knife. I'm just going to use a cake leveler because I've got a gadget for everything.
Oh, okay. And a leveler is in, you're just going to take the top off so it's nice and flat.
Yeah, so one of these, it's just a wire,
wow.
And then you can set it, and it means if you move along, it stays completely level. And you can adjust the level. I know it's very unnecessary.
But
am I right to do that just while these are...
Yeah.
Can I go for it?
Very user-friendly.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip. I'm just going to lift off the top. I'm going to just run around with... can I nick this teaspoon for a second? Just loosen that top bit. That's where I normally go in with a knife. Just pop straight off. And you see that came out very cleanly from the side, so you get those nice, neat sides. And I'm going to flip that back onto. This is a little bit of mental gymnastics here to get this to work. So I'm going to flip that back. So I've lifted it out. All of this is just so it doesn't crack the sponge.
Okay.
I'll then put that there, and then that's ready to trim and then transfer back onto the sheet. So I'll just do that for all of them. And I'll set the trimmer at level. I'm going to go one level lower. I'm just going to trim them all, and we can eat the offcuts. How's it going over there?
That's a clever bit of kit, isn't it?
It's a clever bit of kit, and it means that you can just lift off, and then all I'll do now, that's just what I've done in the middle, is I can then flip it back that way, and then just leave it to cool in that direction, and then you've got a nice level.
Okay.
Nice level there. Do you want to try a bit?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Try. Sorry, selfish.
I so thought he was going to give me that piece. It went straight in his mouth.
Shash privilege.
It's lovely. It's really good.
Cool.
You see where all the effort went now. So while you were playing cake, I got the tofu out. So you can see that that's crispy now.
Yeah.
And also as well, this is going to allow it to absorb the sauce that we're about to make. So
great colour on it.
This is so simple. Now you can do this to a recipe, and I have got a recipe for it, but I know what ingredients are going in it because they're all there. So we've got some vegetable stock. A lot of the stuff, especially in Chinese takeaways and restaurants, is by eye. So I'm going to put about 3/4 of a cup in. That's followed by, you don't want it too spicy, so you would normally put about 2 teaspoons of this in. So I'm only going to put in 1 teaspoon of the hot chili bean paste.
And that's hot, hot.
It's not hot, but then to you it might be blow your head off. Yeah?
Ooh. Yeah, the nostrils get.
We've just got some, I'll just turn this down a little bit. We're going to put in about 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons maybe of tomato puree.
I love seeing the different approach here. Right, do stuff. It's you're using your senses and intuition.
And then we're going to add, what do you reckon? Do you want it sweet?
Yeah.
So we've got 1 teaspoon, so maybe 2 teaspoons.
Okay,
we can always adjust it in a second.
Okay.
2 teaspoons of sugar. It's hot and sour, so we're going to put the sour element in. And I'm guessing maybe 1, 2 tablespoons. And this is a guess, because I haven't read the recipe. I don't know what's in it.
I guess you can just adjust each of these, can't you? If it's, you want it slightly sweeter, 100%. A bit more sugar.
Do you know the difference between dark and light? I say this in all my videos.
Dark and light soy sauce. I naively assumed it was to do with how much it was reduced down.
So one's light and one's dark. No. So the light soy sauce is saltier, so it's used for seasoning. Okay. And the dark soy sauce gives it colour and the umami taste, and it's also a little tiny bit sweeter.
Okay. Okay.
So, I'm going to estimate about 1 teaspoon of dark soy all over the cooker.
Using the largest spoon possible to measure out a teaspoon.
Like that, wing it. Shaoxing wine, I'm going to add in about 1/2 tablespoon-ish of Shaoxing wine.
I don't think I've used that before.
I probably wouldn't want to drink it, but it's quite nice to cook with. Again, the Chinese use white pepper, or ground white pepper, rather than black pepper, because you still get the heat without the bitty ground taste.
Okay, yeah.
So there you go, let's try.
So you get some flavour, but it doesn't take over.
1/4 teaspoon.
Yeah.
So we've got a little bit of background heat. Give that a stir.
It smells great.
Asbestos fingers. So it needs a little bit more vinegar.
Okay.
And I'm going to add a bit more sugar. So I'm going to add another 2 of those in. I want to try and resemble that hot and sour, with that little sweet twang behind it as well. This is going to reduce, so the taste will change ever so slightly. So
do you want it syrupy, or what are you going for?
It needs to be thick enough so it clings to the tofu, and also as well, we're going to put this into a wrap. So we don't want to be picking up the wrap and the sauce be dripping all down there. So I am going to let this reduce down for about 8 minutes or so. Okay. So
I just can't believe you can shove your finger straight in there.
Ooh, that's quite nice now. Yeah. Cool, do you want to try it?
I'm not going to put my finger in.
In a restaurant, we don't really do it. We've got teaspoons.
Yeah, okay.
But home cooks.
I'll tell you what, I'll grab a teaspoon and I'll try a... And then we'll see how different our... So would you describe this as... not spicy?
No, not spicy. A little bit of sour. There's a definite twang of sweetness now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah?
Oh, I really like that.
And it gets better as it cooks down, so.
Yeah, no, that's not,
No, it's not too hot. Oh, again, you can put more of this in. You put more of this in or put more of that in, the white pepper, it's going to bring the heat up.
No, that's a nice level of warmth.
Yeah. And it's easy as well. So, and you know, this would be great on top of a big plate of steaming rice with a tofu and some mixed vegetables. So it's a real simple one to do.
You're making me hungry now.
So that's been reducing for about 8 minutes. It's probably a quarter, maybe even a fifth of where it was at the beginning. All I'm going to do now is toss in our pre-cooked fried tofu and give that a stir.
It smells amazing. It's almost quite syrupy, and then it's clinging to the... Yeah.
So it wants to cling. So he's saying about tofu doesn't have a taste. So what we've done, we've created this outer layer, which is nice, going to be nice and crispy. Sauce is now clinging onto that, so when we eat it,
you're going to get that lovely flavour.
Right then, so we're just going to build. Doesn't matter how you fold these. I'm not a burrito guy, so you know. So
a barista?
Coffee guys.
Yeah, but like a
burrito-ista.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So we're going to do this like a spring roll, actually. So a bit of finely shredded lettuce, well done. Some carrot, and again, we eat with our eyes, but when it's in our mouth, we want those crisp crunches and other bits and bobs. Do you like spring onion?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we're going to add a little bit of spring onion. And then a little bit of sesame seed, just for that background nuttiness. You're not nut allergic, are you?
No, a bit late for that if I want.
And just before I serve, sesame oil, if you didn't know, is always used as a seasoning at the very, very end. I'm going to add in about a teaspoon.
I've definitely done that wrong before.
No, don't cook with it, it's rubbish.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, it just ruins the flavour. Using my spoon, I'll just get rid of this big one. Again, I don't want, we want sauce in there, but I don't want it dripping either, because when you eat it, you make a mess. So we'll add in.
Oh, it just smells great. Salivating. That really didn't take long at all. Once you've got your chopping done, then it's...
Yeah, it's all about preparation.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything's done now, isn't it? So I'm just going to pick up the end, if I can. Right over. Tuck it in, like making a spring roll. And then, if I get a knife, sorry.
Oh, is this for... This is the shot.
Oh, that's blunt. It's got a serrated edge. And then we go cross section.
A nice diagonal.
And there we have it.
Oh.
Hot and sour tofu wrap. Especially for you.
Thank you. I'm going to try not to demolish this in one sitting.
You know what, I'm going to have a go. And I'll make some more in a minute. That's not a bad lunch, is it? If you made that before you went to work or the night before.
I'm just going to take... That is amazing.
But you got that heat without it being too hot. You've got that tang.
Yeah, packing all the flavours into the sauce really brings the tofu to life.
It's mobile.
Oh, that's very good.
It's good, isn't it?
That is good. I'm going to make that one again.
Good, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, cool. Right, I'm going to make some more of these for the camera eyes now.
I'll take another one too.